Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, March 2nd. Technically, it's Saturday, March 1st, because I'm recording this the day before, but obviously posting this Sunday, March 2nd. And today, we will go over Group C and what they're going to pay, or we'll, take our best guess on what they're going to pay. But before that, let's take a look at the distribution schedule. Wow, it's windy. Holy crap. All right, so Group C. What group did we say? I don't even know anymore. Group C is what? The 5th? Yeah, so coming up, Group C is going to pay or declare on Wednesday, March 5th, right? And then the day after will be ex-dividend date, which is March 6th. And then Friday will be payday, March 7th. All right? So again, this is for the guesstimates for Group C. And if you're wondering who in the heck is in Group C, you scroll down and you could actually see it. Again, this is under the page for distribution schedule on the YieldMax page. Obviously, CONY is the leader, Fiat, MSFO, AMDY, Nefli, ABNY, PYPY, ULTY, and CVNY. This will be CVNY's actual first payment, so it should be interesting. Maybe it'll be a little higher than expected since they probably had a few extra days, but we shall see. Let's get to the spreadsheet. All right, so before I get to that, I never got to talk about Group B and what they paid. I didn't have a chance to go over that. So I'll do that real quick. I don't want to waste your time because most of you know this and you don't care at this point, but still relevant to me. So NVIDIA paid $1.61, which that's a massive payment. Right now it's showing a yield of 115%, but again, when we look at the actual yield, which is this column, what it does, it takes the current price. Obviously, since they declared and, the latest price, a lot of the prices have dropped, but still $1.61, much higher than my guesstimate. But, a big surprise. It's actually a 94% increase from the prior payment. So good job, NVIDIA. Phoebe, they declared 47 cents. That's a 32% yield. JPMO, 29 cents. That is a 21% yield. Murni, 23 cents, 94% yield. Again, it's kind of expected though. GDXY, 44 cents, 38% yield. Babo, massive payment, $1.91, 121% yield. Plady ended up paying $5.93, still high. Again, I had $7.50, but again, Monday, Tuesday, to be fair, that's what they should pay, to be honest, because Palantir, it went down a lot. So they're gonna lose out in their synthetic. So they needed any, reserve for that loss when they do decide to roll that synthetic. But yeah, that's 126% yield. Marrow declared $1.55. It's okay, 76% yield, and then dips 58 cents, 63% yield. So again, I only covered that because I didn't get the chance to talk about it, the other day when they declared. So anyway, so we're in Group C, right? Group C, I think I have that header right here, right? There you go. Nice and green, Group C. What are they going to pay? Who knows, right? Who cares? No, we care. For real. And before we even talk about that, right? Look at the gains per share. I mean, really. Actually, I didn't even see Fiat. Holy crap, look at Fiat. $1.20. That's actually pretty damn impressive. I'm going to take that into consideration now. They made $1.20. I'm going to give them higher payment. Just for that reason. Let's give them a 58-cent payment. What's that yield? You know what? 58 cents. Let's give them 61. Screw it. Yeah, let's do that. That's good enough for now. All right, let's start with Nefli. Nefli, they paid $1.07 last time around. They didn't make money. Again, no one really made money this time around, except ABNY made a little and then Fiat made some. So I'm going to give them a 55-cent estimate. That comes to a 39% guesstimate yield. Their IV is 31%, so I'll give it a little more because Nestle, they always do well, so we'll give them a little something, something. All right, CONY paid $1.04 last time around. I'm gonna give them a huge decrease down to 57 cents, which is horrible, I know. That's a 74% yield, and that their IV is 65%. MSFO, 31 cents. Their last payment was 36, so obviously this is a decrease. Their IV is 23. I gave them a yield of 24%. AMDY's last payment was 38 cents. I gave them a 30-cent guesstimate, which comes to a 48% guesstimate yield. Their IV is 44%. PYPY, their last payment was 66 cents. I gave them a guesstimate of 38 cents. And that's a 34% yield. However, their IV is 29%. All right. At ABNY, the Airbnb fund, their last payment was 40 cents. I gave them 38, which is not too much of a decrease. And it's in line with their IV because their IV is 33%. This yield is a 34% yield. CVNY, their first payment, this is it. Here we go. How they doing? Well, their IV is about 58, so I give them their IV. I should probably give them a little more because they did launch, before the X date. I'm not sure how long before, but maybe we'll just give them like 230. Let's see what that comes to. 230 comes to about 61% yield. Maybe give them like 234. Here we go. 234, 62% yield. That looks better. Because, again, this is the Carvana fund, so they probably had that 4 weeks plus a little more. So we got to take that into consideration. So 234 would be a 62% yield. Fiat, we talked about that earlier. I gave them a little boost. Their last payment was 54 cents. I gave them 61, but they may pay more. Again, look at this. They did make $1.20. I don't know how much taxable income that was, but they could... there's no reason they can't. Oh my God, this wind is nuts. There's no reason they can't give 100% yield. So they may, but if not, who cares? I don't have them. I have them at 91% yield. And then ULTY paid 53 cents. I have 47. I did create an ULTY file for you guys. So I'm not going to make an ULTY video. I just don't have the time. So I'm going to show you here some of the ULTY funds and their IVs real quick. So right now they're holding Arista Networks, 46% IV, Kava, 59% IV, Coinbase, 65% IV, CrowdStrike, 55% IV, Dell, 44% IV, him and hers, 105% IV. Robinhood has a 70% IV. I mean, that's awesome. I should trade them. Any double leverage funds of Robinhood? All right, Samsara, 79% IV. Mara, 95% IV. Mongod, 76% IV. MicroStrategy, our favorite. Or are they strategy, right? Maybe update your name, Google Sheets. 86% IV. Netflix, all right. A little safety in there, 31% IV. NVIDIA, 55% IV. Oklo, hello, Oklo. 131% IV. Palantir, 66% IV. Good old Reddit, man. You gotta love Reddit. You guys in the YieldMax Reddit, it's a good time in there. Go join. 66% IV. Roku, 51% IV. NewScale, 122% IV. Saxo, 97% IV. Symbotic, 66% IV. Then we got Talon, TNA, TQQQ, Tesla, Upstart, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Down to the end, our average IV is 70.42%. All right. So if we take that average IV and you multiply that by the price of ULTY, which is $7.61, you get 41 cents. Okay. 41 cents. Now, I'm not done there, right? So I'm going to look at what are the last payments and what are they paying. So I started tracking this since November. Let's see. November paid 83 cents, 70 cents, then 57, then 53. The average IV of the last 4 months plus the latest IV, it comes to about 80-something%. But if I decrease it, if I give it a 95%, 5% shrinkage, I'm I'll give them a 80.79% yield, which comes to about 47 cents. So that's how I got the estimate, right? Also, since I'm not doing an ULTY video, I want to show you some numbers here. You know, they haven't been doing that well. Well, let's be honest, the market has not been doing that well. But I have tracked this since October 17th. ULTY was $10 even at that point. The last price we have for ULTY is $7.61. That's a capital depreciation of $2.39. They have paid out a total distribution of $2.65, right? Add up all these, go down here. Where the hell's the number? $2.65, these four, right? Where's the sum? There it is. Okay, great. Now, if you take that plus that, you get about a total return of 26 cents, which is a total return percentage of 2.59%. Again, this is since October 17th, so that's 135 days. So before everyone wants to rip on ULTY, let's take a look at the S&P, let's take a look at the NASDAQ, and let's take a look at the Russell. Also, one thing to keep in mind, I did not give them a distribution. Obviously, these funds have companies that have a dividend, but you know, it's not really a lot, and it's probably not enough to even care about. But just keep that in mind, that their total return should be a little higher. But without the distribution, the S&P only went up 1.34% during that same time frame. So that means ULTY beat the S&P. And then if we look at the NASDAQ went up to 2.5%. ULTY went up 2.59%. So ULTY beat the NASDAQ as well. And then you look at Russell, the Russell actually went down 5.44%. So obviously ULTY beat the Russell as well. So before we tear on ULTY, maybe let's look at their performance overall. And if you want to compare it to other things, go ahead, because it actually looks pretty damn good if you ask me. I'm not telling anyone to buy ULTY here, but again, I just the hate on ULTY is just a little ridiculous. So I'm trying to let people understand, since they changed their prospectus, which is again in mid-October, they have done rather well, even during this bear market. But anyway, we're not here to talk about ULTY really. We're just here for the guesstimate. The guesstimate I have is 47 cents. So if I go back to the sheet, that's what I plugged in. 47 cents is an 80.29% yield. All right. It's a pretty good yield. Not bad. So yeah, let's go further down and let's go look at YMAX, YMAG, and the whole bunch. Obviously, yeah, YMAX, YMAG, they all declared, and they were disappointing declarations, to be honest. YMAX declared 13 cents, YMAG 17 cents, LFGY 53 cents. This is from this past week. I didn't get to talk about it. GPTY 31 cents, SDTY 19 cents, and QDTY's first payment 32 cents. All right, so now let's get to the guesstimate. So YMAX, if I go to Group A, because this is going to be for their payment, YMAX payment for them, actually, no, this is for Group B, I'm sorry. YMAX payment for them, 26 cents, YMAG, 27 cents. And in my opinion, those seem really high. So I did shrink them a little. I multiplied that by 90%, which makes YMAX now 23 cent guesstimate. And it also makes YMAG 90%. I'm sorry, 25 cent. So I multiplied 90% by both of them. So YMAX is 23 cents, 80% yield, which, wow, that's still high. Yeah, wow, that's really high. Yeah, there's no way. I can't give them an 80% yield. That's ridiculous. That is redonkulous, but again, it's based on what they actually got paid. And yeah, it's hard to think. Maybe I'll just do 85%. Play a little safer. I don't want you guys to get your hopes up. I'd rather be lower than higher, that's for sure. 22 cents, that's still high. Wow. It barely decreased it. All right. I don't know, man. We'll see. But anyway, let's go with YMAX, 22 cents, 76% yield. YMAG, 23 cents, 71% yield. If we look at L to the F to the G to the Y, I have 57 cents. Of course, that's based on their average implied volatility, which is 81%. So if you take the 81%, you multiply it by the current price, divided by 52, you get 63 cents, right? And then 63 cents times what? 90%, you get 57 cents, which is that high as well? Probably. We should probably use 85% all the way down. So let's do that here too. 85%. Yeah, we're changing numbers here. So we'll go with a 54-cent guesstimate, which is a 69% yield for L to the F to the G to the Y. Then we'll look at GPTY. We're going to use 85% on them because we feel like it. How about that? All right, GPTY, 32 cents. SDTY, we're going to go with, we actually juiced them up. They seem to be higher than the guesstimate, so we'll go up, we'll put it up by another 10%. SDTY, 16 cents, and then QDTY is 22 cents. And I know some of you are interested in the holdings, but LFGY, they're not really, changing to my knowledge, but let's see if there's any interesting here. Again, it's all crypto holdings. I'm just scrolling through. I'm not going to list them all. Yeah, so nothing. Obviously, cash is not a holding. Cash is cash. So we can delete that one. Will that change the distro? Let's see. We delete that. Oh, it went up a little. Let's see. Changed it to 54. What was it? I don't even know. And then we look at GPTY. Again, what are their holdings? Probably the same. The Apples, IBMs, Snowflakes, whatever. Nothing new going on there. No reason to harp on this talk about this any longer. But yeah, so those are the guesstimates. YMAX, 22 cents. YMAG, 23 cents. LFGY, 54 cents. GPTY, 32 cents. SDTY, 16 cents. And QDTY, 22 cents. All right. So I also did not talk about, since NVIDIA and them, they all declared, right? They all declared, what is the new house money number? So let's make sure we're picking up. Yep, we got the new house money number, and here we go. NVIDIA, they have paid back now 140% of their original price, basically. So whatever they launched at, which was around $20, they paid back that and then 40% of it on top. Phoebe has paid back 67%, JPMO 34%, Murney 52%, GDXY 24%, Babo 31%, Plady 35%, Marrow 12%, and Dips 23%. So again, that's the house money status. The only notable is Phoebe is actually getting really close to paying back the original launch price, so that's pretty damn good. And Murney's actually at 52%. If Moderna actually did not take a shit, right, then Murney may be a decent fund. But unfortunately, Moderna is just down to down, down, down. It's down to down, down, down. Recovery rates, guys, it's embarrassing. It's not even worth it. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about anything that's positive on any of these recovery rates. All right, so far, Zomo's positive 11%. That's good. Crash, positive, 212% recovery rate. JPMO, positive 33% recovery rate. That's good. Dips, positive. These inverses better be positive. Positive 169% recovery rate. ABNY, wow, 81% recovery rate. Fiat, 218% recovery rate. Aptly, 19% recovery rate. Disso, 80% recovery rate. SMCY, 11% recovery rate, and then YQQQ, 118% recovery rate. So YQQQ, wow, that's $16. Not bad. Not bad at all, but this is the time where the inverse funds are actually worth a damn. So we really haven't needed them up until now. Like this is the week you're like, oh man, I wish I had some inverse funds, but hey, it is what it is, guys. If you guys do own inverse, let me know. And are you happy you own them during this week? Because this week, it's been rough. All right, so that's really all I'm going to get into on this video. So I'll just do a quick recap of what our guesstimate is, and I'll zoom in for you guys, for those of you that are blind. Nefli, 55 cents, 31% yield. CONY, 57 cents. Oh, I'm sorry. Nefli, 55 cents, 39% yield. CONY, 57 cents, 74% yield. MSFO, 31 cents, 24% yield. AMDY, 30 cents, 48% yield. PYPY, 38 cents, 34% yield. ABNY, 38 cents, 34% yield. So PYPY and AMDY, pretty much the same. We'll see who wins, though. CVNY, first payment for them, 234, 62% yield. Fiat, 61 cents, 91% yield. But as we said, that one could be higher. And then we have ULTY at 47 cents, which is an 80% yield. And of course, we got some weeklies, some weekly action. YMAX, 22 cents, 76% yield. YMAG, 23 cents, 71% yield. L to the F to the G to the Y, 54 cents, 69% yield. GPTY, 32 cents, 38% yield. SDTY, 16 cents, 17% yield. And then QDTY, 22 cents, 23% yield. All right, I think that's enough for one day. But yeah, let me know what you guys want me to cover on the next video. And yeah, the next video, I guess, is Group D with Misty. It's not all as exciting because we're not like making bank, bro, right? We're losing money, bro. The market's down, bro. So we're just making the amount we can make on the weeklies and paying that out, which is still good. It's still good money, but it's not like the old days. You used to get $4 in distributions, but hey, whatever. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next week. We will do our best to entertain you. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down below. All right? All right? What do you think? All right. Outside of that, I got nothing. But since this is a video that I'm posting in the morning, I guess I have to do a keyword. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you gotta say the keyword. So today's keyword, I want to know your thoughts on ULTY. Give me a thumbs up if you like ULTY, or give me a thumbs down if you hate ULTY. Or if you don't care, I guess give me a, I don't know, give me a whatever emoji. So it's an emoji type of day. So again, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you have to do that by typing in the comments the keyword. And the keyword today is either thumbs up if you like ULTY, thumbs down if you hate ULTY, or don't care face, whatever that face is. There's all kinds of emojis. You'll find it, I'm sure. All right. I think I covered everything. Felt like it went too fast, but that's fine, I guess, right? All good. But yeah, apologize I couldn't get to a separate ULTY video. But at least I talked about it, right? Good enough. Hopefully, you know, it's end of month too, guys. So I still have to do my monthly end of month. I feel like we just got through freaking January. Now we're at the end of February. Like I can't keep up, but good Lord, it's busy. But I just want to say, guys, thank you for watching and have a great day. Later.